Black Panther is gonna break $1 billion at the box office, and this is why.
Hold on.
Black Panther is coming to theaters on February 16th. Pre-order your tickets today. That brings me to reason number 1 why Black Panther is gonna break $1 billion at the box office. Black Panther is so highly anticipated, it became Marvel's #1 most pre-ordered film in its first 24 hours of availability ever of all time. This, the first major feature film starring a black superhero, is breaking all the records. You've already set a precedent. Why is the $1 billion out of the question? Second, if we look at 2017, black filmmakers and black artists working together, you make magic. A few films you might have heard of. Get Out, $254 million at the box office. Director Jordan Peele and Daniel Kaluuya have both received Academy Award nominations for directing the film, as well as playing the lead role in the film. Hidden Figures, just a loosely based biopic about 3 black women working at NASA in the 1960s, got $139 million. Girls Trip, a film a lot of people slept on, a lot of people ignored, but a whole lot of people watched it because it got $139 million at the box office. 2017, we're seeing this ramping up of black artists coming together and making these amazing films. Not one of those films was expected to perform as well as it did, especially not Girls Trip. And look at what happened.
Oh my goodness.
The third reason, we have a star-studded cast. Really big films, you have really big actors. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be huge. Fine, I'll grant you that. That's actually very true. But this film has so much star power that it guarantees we're going to see some amazing performances. You got Angela Bassett, you have Forest Whitaker, you know, they're just Academy Award winners. No big deal. Lupita Nyong'o, Academy Award winner, you know, pretty chill. You have Michael B. Jordan, who is one of the latest black actors that we've seen thrust into the A-list, into the spotlight, who's recovered from a bad film. And then we also have the amazingly talented Danai Gurira. I live for this woman on The Walking Dead, but she's also a playwright and had 2 plays in New York at the same time. I mean, she's pretty boss. The newcomers, Letitia Wright and Winston Duke. And then of course you have Chadwick Boseman. He has become the king of the biopic, but honestly, it just shows how incredible of an actor he is. And finally, you get to see this man for hopefully 2.5 hours. This is actually an incredibly diverse film, and if you think black means there's no diversity, you're really just ignorant. You have folks who are born and raised in the United States, like Michael B. Jordan, Forest Whitaker, folks who spent part of their lives in the Americas and part of their lives in Africa, Danai and Lupita. Lupita was born in Mexico, Danai was born here in the US, but both of them spent part of their lives here, but most of their lives being raised in on the continent. Daniel Kaluuya, he was born and raised in the UK, but his family is from Uganda. Letitia Wright, who is from the UK. Literally, people from all parts of the world. And that means that if you're African, if you're West Indian, Winston Duke is West Indian, there's something here for you. You can see your group represented, and that's so important. So don't you ever in your life underestimate the power of black people seeing themselves in film. $1 billion is not crazy. The fourth reason is Ryan Coogler. He's doing this thing, screenwriter and director. He's a former football player turned screenplay writer after an English teacher told him, you could actually make a bigger impact on the world, I think, if you decided to be a writer, because you're amazing at writing as opposed to becoming a doctor. He did The Incredible Fruitvale Station, and then he did Creed. Very dope, very lit, very now. And now you see him doing Black Panther. He has a record of success. Everything he touches seems to turn to gold. I do think Ryan Coogler is overlooked. I don't think that he gets the credit that he deserves. He's a super duper humble guy. At Comic-Con, Andy Serkis actually said Ryan Coogler was the best director he's ever worked with.
It was really amazing working on this set because I think Ryan Coogler is just the most incredible director and human being. He was just created this wonderful, beautiful vibe on set. Yeah. where everyone was able to literally operate at their maximum. He's such a liberating director to work with. He allows you to explore and collaborate, and I just had the most brilliant and wonderful time working with all these guys. Amazing.
The last reason this film is part of Marvel. If you are part of the Marvel universe, if you've grown up listening to these stories, or if you've read these stories since you were a child, if you read the Ta-Nehisi Coates and Roxane Gay version, regardless, this is for you. Take your comic book nerds, your star power, your Ryan Coogler, the precedent of the film in the fact that it's already broken a record, the progression of Black Hollywood, it's gonna break a billy. And that's me. That's what I think. What do you think? Let me know.
214. Witness.
The people say just let it go. And on and on.